What's going on, everybody? It's Kinetic615 back for the next episode. So we just finished the 2026 season at 9-4 with Michigan. This is our second season, ending at rank number 23 in the country. And this episode is going to be a season review of this past season, along with doing the off-season, the players leaving, the transfer portal, position changes, roster cuts, etc. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so let's take a look back at the previous season. So 2026 national champion was the Georgia Bulldogs over the Florida Gators, marking a back-to-back national championship for the Georgia Bulldogs, both with Kirby Smart as the head coach. First win was over Texas Tech, 29-26, and then in year two they had a little bit of a bigger win, 41-37, over the number 2 Florida Gators. Let's take a look at our season. So again, for anyone that's just tuning in for the first time, real quick, this is a slow sim dynasty. This is not one where we're going to win games or win championships based on me beating the computer. We build the team, we set the scheme, we develop the players, and we let it run. We let the computer play the computer in the games and try to build a championship squad in the same way that we would if I was a head coach or a athletic director. You know, ultimately the coach cannot control the players on the field. He puts them in a position to win with the right scheme and everything, so that's what it is. We did bring back Connor Stallions to be the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. We moved on from the previous staff, brought in PJ Fleck, the former head coach of Minnesota, to run the offense, and Connor Walker, the former defensive coordinator at Auburn, to run the defense. We are in year 2 with our current roster. We'll quickly go through it, although it's about to change because we're going into the offseason. So in year 2, our roster was in the quarterback room: Bryce Underwood, Jaron Kiawe Sagapolutele, CJ Carr, and Bryce Baker. Running back room, we had Jordan Marshall, Hollywood Smothers, Micah Kapana, and 2 true freshmen here, Garrett Bruce and Diego Longoria. At fullback, we had converted running back John Volker, who was a redshirt senior, with a true freshman Kevin Trout, who will be taking over this next year. At wide receiver, we had an upperclassman filled room with led by sophomore Andrew Marsh, but then with 4 seniors in the next parts of the depth rotation, with Nick McMillan, Samaj Morgan, Kendrick Bell, Fred Moore, who actually didn't play enough to not be qualified for a redshirt year, so he'll actually be returning this year, again assuming he doesn't transfer, along with Amarian Stewart. And we'll have second-year players Zaire Flanagan, Reggie Dial, Dante Ahmad, although Dial will actually probably end up playing, well, he'll probably play wide receiver this year with an eventual move to running back for us. But then Dante Ahmad there as well. At tight end, we had redshirt junior transfer in Dorian Fleming, who is going to have a decision to make on whether he's going to return for his senior season or to declare for the NFL draft. We'll have Jamar Browder going into his second year as a converted tight end, third year at the school. We'll have juniors Brady Prescorn and Hogan Hansen deciding whether or not to come back for their senior seasons. And then we'll have third-year player Eli Owens, who also can potentially return. Again, some of these guys will probably leave in the transfer portal, and that's, it is what it is. Zach Marshall, unfortunately, has exhausted eligibility, and he will be moving on from the team. At left tackle, this year we started Blake Frazier and Andrew Babalola in rotation at left tackle. We did recruit offensive line quite heavily in year 1. So we had 2 true freshmen sitting behind those 2 guys in Dorian Hunley and Mike Wolf. At left guard, we had second-year player Ty Haywood and redshirt junior Brady Norton, both of which are eligible to come back for their senior season or for the next season if they choose. And we've got left guards Eric Cash and Max Simonson behind them. Then we've got center Evan Link, Luke Hamilton, Lauren Sitar, and Caden Strayhorn at center. Link is out of eligibility. Luke Hamilton could return if he chooses. Lauren Sitar out of eligibility. Strayhorn could return if he chooses to do so. At right guard, Nathan Afobe, Avery Gash were our players this year. Afobe is out of eligibility. Gash can return, along with two true freshmen here, George Cherry and Frank Willett. At right tackle, we had Andrew Sprague and Jake Guarnera, both true juniors, along with two true freshmen there, Ben Marcus and Brian Jordan. At left edge, we had the transfer in Marquise Lightfoot, who is a true junior and could return for his senior season. We also had redshirt sophomore Devin Baxter, redshirt freshman Nate Marshall. On the right side of the line, we had redshirt senior Samuel Okunlola, who is out of eligibility, redshirt sophomore Lugard Edic Paye, who can return, and true freshman Bretton Brooks. At the interior part of the defensive line, we have Trey Pierce and Cam Brandt will both be moving on, now out of eligibility. Redshirt junior Eno Etta could choose to return for his senior year. Ted Hammond, Dom Nichols, Travis Moten also could return. At Sam linebacker, Brandon Hillman, the converted safety, is now out of eligibility. We will have returning true freshman Cameron Booth and redshirt freshman Chase Taylor. At Mike linebacker, we will be losing the Pitt transfer Kyle Lewis and Troy Bowles, both seniors. Converted safety Jacob Oden could return, along with true freshman Cordell Carver and redshirt sophomore Zach Ludwig. At will linebacker, Cole Sullivan is a junior, could choose to return. Nathaniel Wusu-Boateng, a redshirt freshman, also could choose to return. We also have the true freshman pair Rashad Edmonds and Taylor Kiernan. At cornerback, we've got Jair Hill, who unfortunately is out of eligibility and is looking at potentially a round 1 pick in the NFL draft. Josiah Edmond, Jaden Sanders, Shamari Earls, Tevis Metcalf could all return. Mason Curtis was able to secure his red shirt this year, along with a pair of 5-star corners, Patrick Hemphill and Deontay Liggins, coming off of their true freshman seasons. Jalen McClain, free safety, transfer from Ohio State, along with Xander Grant. Xander Grant is out of eligibility. Jalen McClain could choose to go pro or return to Michigan. Strong safety Keon Sabb, who returned to Michigan after 2 years in Alabama, is now out of eligibility and looking at a potential early round draft pick for the NFL. Same thing here for safety TJ Metcalf. Jordan Young, true sophomore, should return. True freshman kicker Otis Beck obviously can return. Brett Sykes could possibly return for his senior season. Let's take a look at how we fared this season. So individual player stats. Bryce Underwood started and played all 13 games this season. Had 327 completions on 426 attempts, 76% completion percentage, 3,975 yards, 30 touchdowns to 17 interceptions, a touchdown to interception ratio of 1-8, a season-long QB rating of 170.3. Bryce also took 25 sacks on 772 offensive snaps. In the rushing game, Hollywood Smothers, who started as RB1 for the first half of the season, had 148 carries, 849 yards, 10 touchdowns. Jordan Marshall, who slid into that number 1 running back spot halfway through the season, had 101 carries, 742 yards, and 12 touchdowns. Micah Campana had 18 carries for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. Excuse me. In the receiving game, Dorian Fleming, 76 catches, 918 yards, 5 touchdowns. And Marion Stewart, 50 catches, 736 yards, 7 touchdowns. Andrew Marsh, 47 catches, 604 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Nick McMillan had 36 catches, 3 touchdowns on 559 yards. Out of the backfield, Hollywood Smothers, 43 catches, 394 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Jamar Browder, 22 catches, 318 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Samaj Morgan, 22 catches, 209 yards. Jordan Marshall, 12 for 62. And then a handful of catches for Brady Prescorn, John Volker, Kendrick Bell, and Micah Kapana. On the offensive line, we had our snap count leader was Andrew Sprague at right tackle. On the season, we actually didn't fare too poorly on sacks given up. Nathan Afobe for the season gave up 3 sacks. Andrew Sprague and Blake Frazier both gave up 2. Evan Link gave up 2, and Ty Haywood gave up 1. So for a starting 5 offensive linemen, we've got a total of 10 sacks on the season attributed to the offensive line. On defense, our tackles leader was TJ Metcalf with 121. TFL's leader, Marquise Lightfoot, with 45. Sack leaderboard, Marquise Lightfoot had 24.5 sacks. Cam Brandt second with 14.5. Samuel Okunlola with 11. Interceptions, Brandon Hillman led the team with 4 interceptions on the season. Defensive touchdowns, Brandon Hillman had 2. TJ Metcalf 1. Jordan Young 1. Pass breakups, TJ Metcalf and Jair Hill both had 18. Forced fumbles on the season, Cam Brandt forced 3. Jair Hill, Marquise Lightfoot, Samuel Okunlola all forced 2. And then TJ Metcalf, Keon Sabb, Jalen McClain, Jordan Young, and Brandon Hillman all had 1 forced fumble. Of those fumbles, 5 of them were recovered by 5 different players. Eno Etta recorded 2 safeties, Brandon Hillman 1. Snap count leader on defense was TJ Metcalf. Our true freshman kicker was nothing short of phenomenal this year. Played in all 13 games, had 18 field goal attempts for the season, only missed 1 of them for a 94% completion percentage, and for 62 of 62 for extra points. So 62 extra points, 18 field goals, so that's 80 kicks this season for the true freshman kicker, and he only missed one all season. Can't say that we could ask for more than that from a true freshman kicker. His long was a 54-yarder. That was the only one that was beyond 50 yards. 6 of them were at 49 or less. Or between 39 to 49. 4 of them 39 or less. 7 of them were chip shots. In the punt game, Brett Sykes had 30 punts for a total of 1,159 yards for an average of 38.6 yards per punt. In the kick return game, Amarian Stewart had 17 returns for 293 yards and 1 touchdown. Micah Kapana had 34 returns, 572 yards. Punt returns, Micah Kapana returned 25 punts throughout the season for 153 yards. Let's look at, career stats. No, that doesn't really matter. Team stats. Let's see how we ranked in the Big Ten and nationally. So let's look at the Big Ten first. Alright, so in points per game, we ranked 3rd behind Washington and UCLA with 38.7, actually tied for 2nd with UCLA. Points scored, we were 5th with 503. Total offensive yards, we were 5th with 5,715. Yards per game, we ranked 4th in the Big Ten with 439.6. Yards per play, we were 1st in the Big Ten at 7.4 yards per play. Passing yardage, total passing yards, we were third behind USC and Nebraska with 39.75. Passing yards per game average, second behind only USC with 305.8. Passing touchdowns on the year, we were 8th in the Big Ten with 30. Rushing yardage, we were 5th in the Big Ten. Rushing yardage per game, we were 6th. Rushing touchdowns, 5th in the Big Ten. 3rd in the Big Ten on first downs. First downs per game, we were 2nd behind only USC. On defense, points allowed per game, we were 1st in the Big Ten with only 21.4 average points allowed per game. Total points allowed, we were 2nd behind Penn State with 278. Total yards allowed, we were 7th in the Big Ten with 4,788 yards allowed. Yards per game allowed, also 7th with 368.3. Passing yards allowed, we were second worst. So our pass defense was the second worst in the Big Ten. We allowed 3,929 passing yards. Passing yards per game allowed, we were the worst in the Big Ten. We allowed the most with 302.2. Rushing yards, however, we were the best. We had the best run defense and the worst pass defense in the Big Ten. We allowed less than 860 yards rushing all season long. QB sacks, we led the Big Ten with 71. Sacks per game, 5.5. Fumbles per game, or fumble recoveries, 14 for Oregon. We were all the way down here with 5. Interceptions, we didn't even place on the board. Where are we? Hold on. No, wait. We had the most interceptions, 13 interceptions. So we had the worst pass defense, but we had the most interceptions. Interesting. Conversions. Third down conversions, we were the third worst team on third down conversions in the Big Ten. Third down conversion percentage, however, we were number 6. Fourth down conversions, okay, so this is the total number. We only had 7. But we only attempted 10. So fourth down conversion percentage, we were 2nd. 2-point conversion percentage is all that matters here. We didn't have any 2-point conversions all season, so that doesn't matter. Red zone efficiency. So we had the 2nd most attempts and the 4th most touchdowns in the red zone. 4th most field goals in the red zone. Touchdown percentage in the red zone was 54%, not very good comparatively. Red zone defensive trips. What does that mean? I don't know what that means actually. Oh, okay, so it's red zone against us. We had the 6th most attempts against our defense in the red zone, and we allowed 26 field goals allowed. We allowed the 4th most field goals in the red zone, and we had the 4th best defensive touchdown percentage in the red zone. On penalties, we only had 11 penalties, so we were by far the best in the Big Ten. Turnovers, turnover differential, we were -1, so we were the 5th worst team in turnover differential for the season. We had 19 giveaways, 17 of them interceptions, 2 of them fumbles, which was the most in the Big Ten. That was our Achilles heel. We had the 5th most takeaways. Alright, that's interesting information there. Let's look at coach stats. So far, through 2 seasons, Connor Stallions is 19-7 with a 7.731 winning percentage, 2 winning seasons. Job is currently safe. A 1-1 bowl record, a 3-3 record versus rivals, 7-2 record versus top 25 opponents. Has not made the playoffs yet. Has had 5 players drafted. Has had 1 top 5 recruiting class. In fact, I think we had the #1 recruiting class last season. Have we set any records? Let's see. We haven't set any career records at Michigan. Single game. We have not set any single game records at Michigan. We have set season records. So Bryce Underwood now holds the season record for passing yards with 39.75. He also holds the passing touchdowns records with 30 for the season. Marquise Lightfoot set the Michigan sacks record for a season at 24. Okay. Alright, let's advance to the players leaving phase and see how badly we're going to get hit by the portal. Alright. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 players leaving. We have 10 persuasion attempts. So we can attempt to persuade all of them to come back. So we'll see what happens here. So Dorian Fleming, redshirt junior tight end, 91 overalls, currently projected as a 3rd round pick. We have a high persuasion chance. Let's see if we can get him to come back. And we do not. Dorian Fleming is going to the NFL. Jordan Marshall, projected as a 5th round pick, junior, 90 overall, low persuasion chance. And we got him to come back. So look at that. High persuasion chance, we fail. Low persuasion chance, we succeed. Jaren Kiawe Sagapolatele, medium success chance to get him to come back for playing time. And he's coming back. Sagapolatele is coming back. Andrew Sprague, looking to transfer for playing style. 89 overall, junior right tackle. We have a high persuasion chance. And we succeed. Andrew Sprague's coming back. Our wide receiver 1, Andrew Marsh, looking to transfer because of pro potential, has a medium % chance of coming back. And we got him to come back. Our star receiver, Andrew Marsh, is coming back. Bryce Baker, 83 overall, redshirt freshman quarterback, looking to transfer potentially for playing time, has a high persuasion chance to come back. Success. Bryce Baker's coming back. True freshman cornerbacks, Patrick Hemphill and Deontay Liggins, both of which are looking to transfer for playing time. Both have a medium chance to come back. Let's see if we can keep them. We failed on Hemphill. We succeeded on Liggins. And our redshirt junior punter, Brett Sykes. Let's see. Very high % chance, and he comes back for his senior year. Does he think he's going to get beat out by the true freshman punter that we got? Why is he worried about playing time? That's weird. He must think he's going to get beat out by the true freshman. Interesting. Alright, so let's take a look at the overall players leaving. So we've got Jair Hill, 97 overall, redshirt senior cornerback that's projected as a 1st round pick. Keon Sabb, 95 overall, redshirt senior strong safety, projected as a 1st round pick. TJ Metcalf, senior, 94 overall, projected as a 1st round pick. Kyle Lewis, 93 overall, redshirt senior Mike linebacker, projected as a first-round pick. They're all going pro. Dorian Fleming, 91 overall tight end, is going pro early, projected as a third-round pick. Jordan Marshall, Sagapolatele, Sprague, and Marsh are all returning. Brandon Hillman, 88 overall Sam linebacker, projected as a fifth-round pick. Evan Link, 88 overall redshirt senior center, projected as a third-round pick. Trey Pierce, 88 overall defensive tackle, projected as a seventh-round pick. To graduation, it looks like we're losing Nick McMillan, Cam Brandt, Samuel Okunlola, Nathan Afobe. Bryce Baker's returning. Losing Xander Grant to graduation, Troy Bowles, John Volker. Patrick Hemphill is leaving to the transfer portal. Kendrick Bell's graduating. Samaj Morgan is graduating. Deontay Liggins is staying. Fred Moore. Why is it saying he graduated? He had a red shirt. Wait a minute. He got his red shirt this year. Why does it say he's graduating? That's something we need to watch. Because he took a red shirt this year. He should not be graduating. That's weird. Okay. Lawrence Attar, center, graduating. Zach Marshall, tight end, graduating. And Brett Sykes is returning. Let's advance to the portal. Let's see the draft results. Alright, we leveled up a couple times there off of draft results, I'm assuming. Alright, so Kyle Lewis, Jair Hill, Keon Sabb, TJ Metcalf all got first round picks. Dorian Fleming and Evan Link went in round 3. Brandon Hillman round 5. And Trey Pierce round 6. Alright. Let's take a look at the transfer portal. Alright, so we've got 4 guys left on our board. Stoner, Carden, Brown, and Armour. We've got 14 spots open on the roster. Let's look at 4 and 5 stars first. Alright, so we need one wide receiver, 1 guard, 1 edge, 1 interior lineman, and 4. No, hold on. Let's see, we've got 6. We need 1 DB. So let's go ahead and go through and get our needs first. So we need a wide receiver. Micah Tease, he's good. I've gotten him before in Dynasties. Donovan Murph, a speedster from Jack State. And John Anthony Hall, a speedster freshman from Stanford. There's also Julian McFadden, elusive route runner from Syracuse. Alright, well we're gonna go after Micah Tease first. He's just the best receiver that's available to us. LeBron Bond, really? What a name. Alright, so we're gonna go after Micah Tease first. Alright, let's look at offensive linemen. Tree Babalot, I've had him before, he's pretty good. Johnny Williams the 4th. Alright, let's go with Tree Babalot as our #1 offensive line target. For an edge rusher. Okay, so Wendell Gregory is really good, so is Sincere Edwards. Adonijah Green is pretty good. I know we only need 1, but I'm going to go after both of these guys. We need an interior D lineman, David Stone, #1 D tackle on the board, so let's go after him. But Jaden Jackson and John Walker are both really good too. Alright, I need some safeties. Deshaun Spears, I'm in. Jaden Patterson, Jaden Hardy. No, they're both more linebacker than safety. We can go after Bodnar as well. We'll just try to take both Florida State safeties. Go for Kelly Jones, a 6'4" corner. I like that. What's our quarterback room going to look like? So we lost Bryce Underwood, but we're still going to have CJ Carr, Bryce Baker, Sagapolutele. Oh no, are we not losing Bryce Underwood? Is he staying? Okay, he's staying for his third year, so we don't need to add a quarterback in the portal because Sagapolutele and Bryce Baker are both staying. So our great quarterback room is going to stay intact along with the true freshman Howden, so we don't need to add a quarterback here. Definitely could use a wide receiver, another wide receiver though, or two. So you know what, we should get another tight end too since we lost Fleming. Stack is a pure blocker. Ooh, there's not really any real good. I've had Gavin Hoffman, I think, in other ones. But sure, we'll go after Gavin Hoffman and have a 3-star on the board. Let's go for the 6'2" speedster Donovan Murph. Had Mikkel before, he's pretty good. Caleb Hawkins, okay. Daniel Hill, man, I just got gashed by him against a team in one of the leagues that I'm in. So we got Marshall staying, we've got Campana, we've got the 2 true freshmen. Is Smothers staying? I guess Smothers is staying too, so we don't really need another running back. In fact, we probably don't need... Hawkins. Yeah, we don't really need Hawkins, I don't think. Let me look at my... Okay, so let's see. So yeah, we're going to have Marshall, Campana, Longoria, Bruce, Smothers, and Semple. So I don't really need a running back. Don't need a fullback. So we're losing Kendrick Bell, Fred Moore, Siraj Morgan. We've got Marion Stewart, Andrew Marsh, Dante Ahmad. Reggie Dial should be a running back, really. And Zaire Flanagan. Then we've got Carrion. He's going to be more of a running back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we need another 2 more wide receivers. John Anthony Hall. We don't have any pipeline to him. Or McFadden. Do we not have any pipeline at all? Wow, we really don't. Okay. Why can't we get Mazel? I want Mazel. Had Josiah Booker before. Alright, well, we'll go after some guys that we don't necessarily have a pipeline to. And just hope that we can beat out the other team. Because we need some starters, or some starter caliber receivers right away. Alright, let's see. Guess we can go after Jaden Jackson and Roderick Pleasant, maybe. Oh, we really should get a linebacker. Here we go. Elijah Hardy. No. Maybe. Davon Key. Let's go for Davon Keys from LSU. Alright, so I'm just going to put max hours on all these guys. We'll go back through and scout all these guys in a second. Make sure. Oh yeah. Hopefully Ohio State doesn't go after him. These guys, let's go ahead and schedule visits so we can try to lock them up week 1. go back through and scout them. I don't know that scouting, having them fully scouted actually helps you in your recruiting, but it definitely doesn't hurt, and I might as well use the hours that I have, right? Alright, let's advance to week 2 of the portal, see how we're doing on our targets. Last year we got pretty much every target that we went after. This year I doubt we'll be so lucky. We did get commitment from 3-star corner John Brown out of Avon, Connecticut. And we've unlocked talent developer. Alright, so let's see. So David Stone we can stay in on. We're first on his board. We do have the second weakest pipeline, but it doesn't seem to stop us from getting good influence. Let's schedule him for a visit for week 2. We know playing style and playing time. Let's do playing style. We know, okay, so we know it can't be that one, so could be the clutch. And it could be campus personality, so we'll double soft sell there. Alright, Kelly Jones, we don't have any pipeline bonus, and Ole Miss has 5, which is worrisome. But alright, so we're gonna have to make sure we get complimentary visit here with him. So we gotta have either safeties or linebackers scheduled with him. Alright, so there's one that can go. There's another one, but that would be a competitive for the other guy. Didn't I have a linebacker that I put on the board? Keys. Okay, so he's not there yet, and that's going to be a tough one to get. Ooh, that one might be really fucking tough. Legitimately, I might just need to be out on keys. Which means we're going to have to go get a linebacker here. So I'm going to hope that we can hold out until week 4 for Kelly Jones. Alright, Jaden Jackson. Let's schedule for week 4. You know, playing style and campus lifestyle. Alright, so it's got to be campus personality. Hold on, guys, sorry. Sorry about that. Alright, Wendell Gregory. Schedule him for week 2. We know brand exposure and playing time. We'll go playing time. So brand exposure and playing time could be either football influencer or primetime player. Tree Babalod. Let's schedule him for week 3. Our championship contender. So it could be hometown hero. No, it can only be hometown hero. Micah Tees, we don't have any pipeline, but we are in first place, so we'll try to still stick with this one. We know championship contender, we know playing time. Let's go playing time. And since we know his pitch is going to be primetime player, let's add that. Alright, Deshaun Spears. Put him for week 4, we know championship contender. Blindly double soft sell here, see if we can guess. Alright, Murph is still in top 8. Sincere Edwards is top 5. Scheduled for week 4. You know, playing style. Could be campus personality. Could be gamer. Alright, John Anthony Hall, we're unopposed. So we'll just take that off for now. Christian Bodnar, we're fighting with Florida here. Go week 2, championship contender and conference prestige. McFadden, we're unopposed on this one. Alright, and then let's see. For Gavin Hoffman, we're unopposed, but he's still in top 8. Or no, we're not unopposed, we got Iowa State. This could be a tough one. I don't know. Should we... Let's see. Is he anything special? Kinda. But are we going to be able to catch up? I think we're too far behind. Yeah, I'm going to bail on Hoffman. Alright, Stoner. We're in a recruiting battle with Nebraska. Cardin. We're unopposed. We're unopposed. Alright, let's get the 2 replacements. We need a linebacker and a tight end. That sucks. Okay, so we're looking at Elijah Groves or Zane Williams. We'll go with Elijah Groves. Alright, and then we need a tight end. I think we go with the Ty Lockwood. Let's go with Luke Harper. I like vertical threat. Alright, let's add hours back to John Anthony Hall. Alright, so we know Coach Prestige. So maybe it's Coach's favorite. Let's try to get some different ones here. And we'll try Status Seeker. See if we can suss out what his pitch is. For Julian McFadden, let's add hours back here as well. We know brand exposure. We'll try Status Seeker. And we'll try Gym Rat. And we'll add hours back to Cardin. And Armour. Alright, and then we'll go through and finish scouting the guys that we have not fully scouted. Holy crap on Elijah Groves. For a linebacker, 90 speed, 98 excel, and he has robber. Wow. Alright, let's back out and advance to week 3. Alright, let's assess. This is the money week. Alright, so we are in the lead on Stone. Miami and Florida, neither one has set up a visit. We know his pitch, campus personality. Alright. Kelly Jones, despite not having any pipeline, we've moved into first place over Ole Miss. Our visit isn't until next week, but we're sitting in good spot because we figured out his pitch. Jaden Jackson, same deal. Wendell Gregory, we're in first place following our visit. We got to maintain. We now know his pitch is football influencer. Tree Babalod, we're in first place and we have a visit with him this week. We should lock him up this week. Micah T, same deal. Deshaun Spears, we have him set for a visit next week, and we did not get his pitch, which is why we're only in third place. So let's see, so we know it's not that, so it's got to be one of these two. So we'll double soft sell here. This might be too little too late though. Alright, for Donovan Murph, we're in first place with a small lead over Tennessee. We've got to make up some ground here. Put him on a visit, but he's got a competitive visit now. Championship contender and program tradition. That means that it can only be hometown hero. Sincere Edwards. I did not get his pitch right. Ah, fuck. We got to drop out on Sincere Edwards. I really wanted him to. Damn. But that lets us move a couple things around. So this is going to seem counterintuitive, but I'm going to take Donovan Murph off of the board. Then I'm going to go add him back. This will let us reset his visit. So we add him back to the board. Now we have to re-offer him a scholarship, but now we can reschedule his visit. We can put it for week 4 so he doesn't have the competitive visit. Championship contender, and we know it's hometown hero. Alright, John Anthony Hall, still unopposed. We know his pitch. We'll go ahead and put that on now. Coach's favorite. Christian Bodnar, we're in good position here, so we must have gotten his pitch right with aspirational goals. Julian McFadden, we did not get his pitch right, so it's got to be house call. Elijah Groves, we're completely unopposed on him, which is crazy considering his stats that we uncovered. Still holding a slight lead over Desmond Stoner after they got their visit last week, so hopefully we can keep that razor thin edge going into next week. Harpring, we're unopposed. Carden, still unopposed. Armour, still unopposed. Now let's go get another guy here. We need an edge since we lost on Sincere Edwards. I want speed rusher or power rusher that doesn't have an offer yet. Looks like the next best one's going to be Zena Umeozulu or Brian Robinson. I'm going to go with Umeozulu just because I can't say his name. Although Adrian Holly, I know he's really good too. But no, we'll go with Umeozulu. Speed rusher, I like him. Umeozulu, I don't know how to say his name. I'm probably butchering it. Alright, let's advance the week. Alright, so we got a commitment from Duke Carden, 3-star safety. 3-star corner Jabari Armour out of North Carolina. 4-star wide receiver Micah Tees from Tulsa, Oklahoma. 4-star offensive guard Tree Babalod from Hyattsville, Maryland. 4-star edge rusher Wendell Gregory from Marietta, Georgia. 4-star defensive tackle David Stone from Del City, Oklahoma. 4-star safety Christian Bodnar from Brandon, Florida. Alright, week 4. Let's assess the board. Kelly Jones, we're his slight lead and we've got a visit this week that hopefully bodes well for a commitment. Jaden Jackson, same deal. Deshaun Spears, we've moved into 2nd place and we've got a visit this week, so maybe, just maybe, was putting the pitch on for Sunday player. We can steal him from Alabama at the last second. Donovan Murph, we've got a lead over Tennessee and a visit this week. That's good. John Anthony Hall, looking good. Julian McFadden, still looking good. Umeozulu in 1st place, so we're still good there. Elijah Groves, unopposed. Let's switch this to double salt. Or, well, no, I know what his thing is. There we go. We lost Stoner to Nebraska. That sucks. Right, Harpring. Let's try to find his. So it could be team player. And it could be the clutch. Alright, let's see if we can add another portal wide receiver for depth. Got to be someone that's got us in their top 5 already and doesn't have an offer. Or top 8, really. Terry Shelton. Oh, man, he would be good. I don't see any that have us in their top already. So we may have to just take a chance on Shelton. Yeah, we're just going to have to take a chance on Shelton. Alright, we might not get him, but it's the best chance we got, so we'll try on Terry Shelton. Alright, let's send it. Alright, got a commitment from, well, actually, you know what, we're just gonna, we did get Spears from Alabama, that's nice. Alright guys, normally I would do the rest of the off-season on this show, but I need to step away to help my mother with some stuff. As a lot of you know, I take care of my mother who's dealing with stage 4 stomach and lung cancer, and I need to go help her with some things, so I'm not going to be able to do everything on this episode as I wanted to. I will take a quick look at our recruiting class ranking. We did not get Shelton, that sucks. But and I'll quickly run through our entire recruiting class, and then I'm going to call it there, and I'll do the rest off stream. So Shelton went to Texas Tech. Okay. Alright, so we did end with the number 2 recruiting class with 34 commitments, 5 5-stars, 22 4-stars, 7 3-stars. Alright, let's take a look at our commitments. Alright, so let's go by position. So at quarterback, we got a commitment from 4-star quarterback Courtney Howden out of Malden, South Carolina, a dual threat athlete quarterback, 6'5", 213, ranked number 176 nationally among all prospects, number 10 among quarterbacks. At running back, we got a 4-star gem running back in Trent Semple, a backfield threat style back out of St. Louis, Missouri, 6', 173, ranked number 23 among all running backs and number 193 nationally among all prospects. At wide receiver, we got a commitment from Terrell Carrion, who will actually likely play running back for us eventually, but he's a 5-star route runner, 5'9", 166 out of River Rouge, Michigan, number 4 nationally at the position of wide receiver, number 1 overall prospect in the state of Michigan, and number 22 overall prospect nationally. Got a commitment from junior transfer Micah Tees out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 6', 189 elusive route runner wide receiver, number 6 in the portal at his position of wide receiver, number 27 nationally among all prospects. Also a transfer from freshman wide receiver John Anthony Hall out of Fishers, Indiana, 6'1", 195 speedster, number 14 at all wide receivers in the portal, number 85 nationally. Freshman transfer receiver Julian McFadden, elusive route runner out of Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, 5'11", 194, 21st among all receivers, 117 nationally. And transfer from sophomore Donovan Murph, a 6'2", 200-pound speedster out of Irmo, South Carolina, ranked number 8 among all receivers and number 39 nationally. At tight end, we got a commitment from 5-star offensive weapon athlete projected as a tight end Larry Mock, 6'5", 250 out of Alpharetta, Georgia, number 1 at the position of tight end, number 19 nationally out of high school. Also, a 4-star Oscar Cashman out of Detroit, Michigan, 6'6", 232. 13th at the position of tight end, 345 nationally. And then a 3-star tight end transfer, Luke Harpring, out of Atlanta, Georgia, 6'3", 245, ranked number 10 nationally among tight ends in the transfer portal, and number 427 across all prospects. Offensive tackles, we got 2 5-stars out of high school. Juan Burf. Well, actually, I'm going to say offensive line because both these guys are probably going to play interior. But Juan Burfict, 5-star out of Pelham, Alabama, strength mauler, 6'7", 290, ranked number 5 at his position, number 28 nationally. Jose Shields, a 5-star agile style offensive lineman, 6'6", 301 out of Chicago, Illinois, ranked number 31 nationally. Offensive guard transfer junior, Tree Babalad, a mauler out of Hyattsville, Maryland, 6'5", 331, ranked number 1 at the position of guard in the transfer portal, number 24 nationally. At edge, we brought in 5 guys at edge. Paul Hicks, out of high school, 6'4", 220 out of Olney, Maryland, 59th nationally, 4th at the position of left edge. Sam Mangold, a high school prospect, number 74 nationally, number 7 at the position, out of Medford, New Jersey, 6'3", 243. Sophomore transfer right edge, Wendell Gregory, 4-star out of Marietta, Georgia, 6'3", 258, number 20 among all prospects in the transfer portal and the number 1 edge in the transfer portal. And then Zena Umeazulu, 3-star edge rusher out of Allen, Texas, 6'5", 264, the number 5 edge in the class at on the left side and number 135 nationally in the transfer portal. At defensive tackle, got a high school commitment from Romeo Sauer, a 4-star speed rusher defensive tackle out of Hopewell, Virginia, 6'5", 299, ranked 3rd at the position of D tackle, number 34 nationally, so just outside that 5-star ranking. In the transfer portal, we got 4-star David Stone, a junior transfer out of Del City, Oklahoma, 6'3", 311, ranked number 1 at his position and number 3 overall among all transfer prospects. We also got Jaden Jackson, a junior transfer out of Indianapolis, Indiana, 6'2", 324, 3rd at his position in the transfer portal, 15th nationally. Outside linebacker, out of high school, we got a pair of high school guys. 5-star Colin Calloway out of Palm Desert, California, 6 foot, 218, number 2 at the position of will linebacker, number 29 nationally. 4-star Chuck Sampson, 4-star thumper will linebacker out of Newark, New Jersey, 6'2", 231, number 7 at the position, number 85 nationally. And in the transfer portal, we got a sophomore transfer, Elijah Groves, Cross Plains, Tennessee, 6'4", 251, ranked number 5 at the position of will linebacker, number 234 nationally in the transfer portal. At Mike linebacker, we have 1 commitment, a high school prospect, Ezekiel Burns, out of Hyattsville, Maryland, 6'1", 230, ranked number 5 Mike linebacker and number 41 nationally in the high school class. At cornerback, we've got 5 commitments. First, we've got 4-star Tommy Mitrione, a boundary corner out of Atlanta, Georgia, 6'1", 195, ranked number 183 nationally, 15th at the position. Isaiah Houtow, 4-star corner out of Shelbyville, Illinois, 6'1", 160, 32nd at the position, number 403 nationally. 3-star John Brown out of Avon, Connecticut, 6'1", 198, number 421 nationally. John Armour, another 3-star out of Jacksonville, North Carolina, 5'10", 173, ranked 10-12 nationally. And then we got a junior transfer, Kelly Jones, 4-star prospect out of Clarksdale, Mississippi. 6'4", 196, ranked number 12 nationally in the transfer portal among all prospects, and the 2nd rated cornerback in the transfer portal. At free safety, we got 4 commitments, 2 transfer, 2 high school. The 2 high school guys, first we've got 4-star Reggie Gideon, hybrid style safety out of Sterling, Virginia, 6'1", 206, ranked number 173 nationally, number 10 at free safety. And then 3-star prospect Duke Carden out of Many, Louisiana, 5'10", 197, ranked number 28 as his position. In the transfer portal, we got 4-star safety Deshaun Spears out of Denham Springs, Louisiana, 6'3", 209. Number 2 at the position in the transfer portal, number 31 among all prospects. And then Christian Bodnar. Both Spears and Bodnar came from Florida State. This Bodnar's out of Brandon, Florida, 5'11", 186, junior transfer, ranked number 98 nationally and number 4 at the position of free safety. And then we did bring in a 3-star gem punter, Caleb Berryman, out of Metuchen, New Jersey, 6'3", 192. Alright guys, so that's going to be this episode. I'll do the rest, the position changes, the roster cuts. I'll set up my board for the next season, and I'll do the player development all off camera, and the next episode will be the first game of the 2027 season. I appreciate everyone tuning in and watching, hanging out with me. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Follow me everywhere on social media at Kinetic615. Feel free to shoot me a message. Check out the GoFundMe link in the YouTube bio and pinned at the top of my X profile, if you please would. I'm in some serious need of help due to some medical issues for myself and my mother. Any help is appreciated, and again, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Again, that's at Kinetic615 on X. And just like I usually say, guys, when I'm signing out here, be kind to other people. Enjoy sports, enjoy gaming. Don't be vile. Don't be hateful. Be respectful. Let's have fun in our hobbies together. And as always, guys, for me, it's Skull Vikes and Go Blue.